Hey everyone, Austin here again with another Let's Play video. Today it's going to be the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. What's actually kind of funny about doing this Let's Play is somebody mentioned this, I think, last week in my comment section on one of my other videos. I wasn't actually planning on doing this video so soon, but I just happened to play it on Twitch last week. I ended up running through the game, and so yeah, I think I'm prepared to do a full playthrough Let's Play on it. So go ahead and just hop into the options menu just to refresh what the controls are. Looks like there are multiple difficulty options. I didn't know that. Last time I completed this was on normal, so we're going to be playing it on the normal difficulty. Maybe sometime in the future, if I ever do a hard mode style Let's Play series, I'll try this again on hard mode and see if it's any different. So Magical Quest is a game, I guess it came out in 1992. It was actually a game I played as a kid. One of my buddies got it. I think we were both about 10 years old when this game came out, and we had a lot of fun with this back in the day. It was nice and colorful, and had some pretty solid gameplay. Little bit of challenge, not a whole lot, but there's definitely some challenging parts to it. Overall, I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem with this Let's Play. I think we're going to be able to get through the game without too much trouble. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to play back in the day. It's not one I've revisited a lot over the years, though. Like, I played it a lot as a kid. Never really played it much after that, so it's actually been kind of interesting to revisit this game in recent times. No, what's actually kind of interesting, just from my own personal perspective, is as a kid, I didn't know there were sequels to this game. There's another one called The Great Circus Mystery, and there was also a third one. I completely forgot its name, but if any of you guys know, I'm sure you're going to post a comment down below. Some of these also got ported to Game Boy Advance. I want to say the third one didn't even come out in North America on Super Nintendo. Is that correct? I don't know. Guys out there, correct me or clarify for me, please. But yeah, I'm actually not that familiar with Part 2. I think I did try it on Twitch one time on the Super Nintendo. And I've never played Part 3, so I really have no idea what that one's like. Maybe we'll eventually tackle Part 2, and then maybe sometime I'll try to figure out what Part 3's on. I'm pretty sure there's Japanese Super Nintendo for sure, and I'm pretty sure, I think there's a Game Boy Advance one, but I'm not 100% certain. Maybe we'll eventually tackle that. We'll see. Maybe we'll get all three finished. So, as you can see, the graphics in this game are really colorful. This is a Capcom Disney game, and it's got that classic Super Nintendo Capcom style, just really beautiful graphical style, honestly. Capcom did a phenomenal job back in the 16-bit generation. Just really, really nice looking stuff. It's very reminiscent of their arcade stuff from the same time period on like the CPS-1 arcade hardware. And I'm pretty sure I could have made that jump, but and Mickey got hit because his hand was on the doorknob, and that actually happened to me the last time I played this. So what's actually kind of cool about this game, you don't really experience it on this first level. This first level is, you know, pretty much straightforward platforming and so forth. You do get alternate forms, or costumes, I should say, that you can change into. So the first costume is going to be this sort of like magician, genie outfit, and you've got projectiles with that, almost kind of like a Mega Buster, like in Mega Man, and you can charge it up. And then you get a fireman costume, and so you're basically going around with a fire hose in hand, spraying water on everything, a very rapid fire shot. And then you get a sort of Peter Pan-esque costume, and you can hook onto objects and so forth, and you guys will see exactly what I mean once we get there. So the game's got a decent amount of variety. You can also speed up. Looks like you can't do it on flat surface. You have to be rolling down hills. But if you go down hills, Mickey will actually speed up. And these boxes here, you can grab onto them to get bonus icons. It looks like those are just points. Actual heart icons will give you actual hit points back. So in the next to the timer in the center of the top center of the screen, you can see Mickey's life. You get 3 hit points in this game. I believe you can actually extend that by finding like hidden heart containers, basically, and we might be able to find a couple of those throughout the course of the game. So by holding down the X button, you can actually grab onto blocks in this game and certain enemies. So like these little insect-looking things here, you can hop on them like so, and then grab them with the Y button, and then throw them. So that's a very important mechanic, actually, in this game. There's going to be several bosses and so forth that require you to grab objects and throw them back at them, especially on this first level. You can also grab the Mickey-looking blocks. These pink ones actually respawn infinitely, from what I can tell. And there's going to be some of those at certain bosses as well. And so that's actually basically the gameplay in a nutshell. Obviously, as you know, you can hop on enemies' heads. In a lot of cases, it doesn't kill them. In a lot of cases, it just stuns them, like so. In other cases, it will kill them. But for the most part, you're going to find that enemies get stunned, and you have to pick them up and throw them off screen or throw them at another enemy. The game does have secrets and so forth, though. Like, as you can see, I used that block to come up here, which I wouldn't have been able to get to otherwise. Oh, just got a hard extend. Perfect timing. So, one of the fun things about this game is not just rushing through. It's, you know, trying to take your time, explore the levels, try to find the secrets. Now, then, they're not like huge sprawling stages like a Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that, so you're not going to find tons of secrets. But there are secrets in every stage, and some cool little things you can try to do. So I think to get the most out of this game, you definitely want to be trying to explore. You are timed, but you do actually get quite a generous amount of time. And it's one of those games where it's a second is actually a second. Unlike some other games from the same time period where the timer just ticks down absurdly fast. So you can take your time and just try to find stuff. So this part can actually be a little bit tricky. You need to sort of run in the opposite direction of this, what is it, like a big tomato-looking thing? And when it's at its full, or it's, oops, oh, that's not good. I guess it doesn't really matter. Because it's just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna fly up like that. Alright, so this is gonna be our first mini-boss. There's mini-bosses, and then there's main bosses. So this guy, you can hop on his head, but he's gonna also throw these guys out that you can use as projectiles. Now this guy is sort of a reoccurring mini-boss throughout the course of the game. And one thing about this game and the bosses is you need to be very careful. They can actually be a little unpredictable in your first time, your first playthrough. And his movement is a little erratic. It's not always the exact same pattern every single time. Also, when he does his dive right there, he sort of like stops right before he gets to you. So, it really makes timing that a little bit awkward. So, this game will definitely throw you off. Despite being a relatively easy game, it'll definitely throw you off in certain cases. It definitely threw me off trying to revisit this recently. Oh, missed that heart. You can actually, with a little bit of practice, like figure out the areas where you can work up speed and so forth, and just do a quick run down hills, just to build up a little momentum. So, like so. And we can grab onto this, get some more hearts. And you gotta watch out for these beavers in the water. You gotta watch out for these stars too. They're not power-ups. They'll actually harm you. Let's just hop on these guys. These guys usually take multiple hits. So, whereas a lot of enemies in this game will just take one hit, those guys can take 3, 4, etc. Depending on where you are in the game. Alright, so here's our main boss. And you can use these respawning blocks to attack this boss. You can also hop on its head, and you can also grab its severed tails. Unfortunately, when you hop on something, you'll automatically throw whatever's in your hands. Now he's moving forward, I guess, because he's low on health. And this is bad. And that's it. Alright, so one stage down. The game's not terribly long. It's only, you know, I don't even think it's 7 or 8 stages. I think it's only like 6 or something like that. Maybe it is 7. I don't remember, but each level doesn't take that long to go through. It's not a very long game. I predict this is probably going to take us about 30 minutes to get through, maybe 45 tops. Depending on how many times I die in the next couple of stages. Alright, so this is where you get your first costume. And we'll just skip through all this stuff. You can actually just hit the start button, skip right through it. And so from this point on, you're actually going to be in costume form a lot more often than not. Ooh, those things can actually kill you in one hit. You gotta watch out for them. And I actually missed a secret. There was a secret down below. So for these blocks, you can actually charge up your attack. Now the thing about this attack is you don't want to waste the ammunition. It is limited, and when you charge up your attack, oops, by holding on the Y button, it actually uses up a lot of ammunition. But it will cut through multiple enemies, which can be nice. You gotta watch out for these beans. If you hit these beans once with just your weak attack, they fall down and then they just come after you. Alright, on to part 2. Now, what's kind of nice about this game, at least on the normal difficulty, is you get checkpoints. So, like, I just crossed into this next section. You know, when I came out of that stone walkway, that was my new checkpoint, basically. So when it told me I'm at level 2-2, that's where it's going to start me off, even if I get a game over. So this game isn't one of those games where if you get a game over, it just throws you all the way back to the beginning. It's not like that. So the difficulty in terms of that, in terms of like the punishment for failures, not that high in this game. You can sort of just screw around. As far as I can tell, you get unlimited continues. You can just continue infinitely. So in some cases, I think this game was definitely designed with kids in mind. And it makes sense. I mean, Mickey Mouse. But that doesn't mean that every part in the game is easy. There are some challenging sections for sure. Like this boss is actually a little tricky. He's got these projectiles he throws. And that's it. So the charge attack definitely does more damage. If you're confident that you can hit the boss with it, it doesn't hurt to actually use your fully charged up attack. Alright, so we're going to switch back over to... Well, we were. I was going to say we just switch back over to the regular Mickey costume, because I'm running out of ammo, unfortunately. We might end up taking a hit here, yeah. I always have a problem getting through that part without taking a hit, so since that was all of our health. So I didn't mention, but you get these coins throughout the course of the game, and you can actually find hidden shops, which will give you a variety of power-ups, you know, ammo replenishment and so forth. Uh-oh. That's bad. Those guys, those fish can actually kill you in one hit, so you really gotta watch out for those guys. And this game does have the issue sometimes of enemies just appearing right on top of you. Kind of like that one bean did, unfortunately. Alright, boss time. Oops! I didn't realize there was no platform there. That was dumb of me to do that. You live and you learn, as I say. Alright, so we're just gonna keep going just like that. And we're gonna try to not fall down again. That was really weird. Unexpected. And that's it. A little bit of mode 7 there, basically. Yeah, good old-fashioned Super Nintendo scaling effects. Scaling and rotation. It's not a Super Nintendo game if it doesn't use mode 7 at all. At least a game from 1992. A lot of these early games, they all used some form of, you know, sprite scaling and rotation. That was a big selling point for the Super Nintendo back in the day. That's what really separated the Super Nintendo from, you know, its contemporaries like the Sega Genesis and the TurboGrafx 16. It was really all about that that mode 7. Alright, so we're gonna switch back over to Mickey for this part. Oops, that was cheap. So, lots of coins. We haven't had a chance to spend them yet, unfortunately. Just realized this is our last life, too. I've actually died more times than I expected to so far. But the thing about this game is I'm not super familiar with it anymore. I'm not well practiced on it like I used to be when I was a kid. Like, it's not a game I play a lot as an adult. And it wasn't really until I started streaming on Twitch, you know, in the last year and a half or 2 years almost now, that I started giving games like these a try that I haven't played in a very, very long time. So streaming on Twitch has definitely opened the doors to me trying games I might not have revisited as frequently as I have been recently. So this guy can be a bit of a challenge. You really want to wait for him to jump before you start attacking, and that sucks. And he smashes down, as you can see, platforms fly up and try to push you into spikes. But still, not too bad. We didn't die. That's what counts. So after this part, we're gonna actually get the firefighter costume. And so we're gonna actually be using this for much of the rest of the game. Well, except for the next level. In the next level, we actually have to be using the next costume we get. So you basically get a costume per stage, and then you go to a couple stages where you can try to make use of every costume at once. And ammunition for this is these fire hydrants. It's actually really satisfying using this weapon, if you even want to call it that. You're shooting water, so... But it is fun. You know, like I said, it's rapid fire. It doesn't burn up ammunition that quickly either. That's one of the issues with the magician suit, or yeah, I'll just call it a magician suit. I don't actually even know what it is. But it's one of the issues with that suit. You can actually run out of ammo really quickly, and if you run out of ammo at the wrong spot, you're pretty much screwed. Like if you run out of ammo at a boss, like that last mini-boss we just fought in the fire area. If you run out of ammo there, it's actually, as far as I can tell, almost impossible to damage the guy. You can't hop on his head because he's wearing a spiked helmet. So you can see some basic platforming stuff here, nothing too, you know, intricate. These things touch the fire, you need to put them out before you jump on them again. And I'm gonna get hurt. Good thing this fire doesn't kill you instantly. If this was a difficult game, that fire would have killed you in one hit. It would have, you know, acted as, say, an endless pit or something like that. So, this game is pretty generous in that regard. Oops. See, what I should do is, well, I guess I have to do that now. I didn't want that guy to get stuck there. I actually wanted to try to get, clear those blocks out. Figured there might have been some hearts there or something like that. Alright, we need to duck here. Alright, so I think we're actually getting close to the end of this level already. It's not a very long stage, especially once you figure out how to get through it. But I think there might actually be a secret area up here. I think? I don't remember. Yeah. Yep, so here's our first shop. Unfortunately, we don't have that many coins. But what we'll do is definitely get a heart. And then we'll get, we don't really need it, most likely, but we'll get some ammo. That's really all we can afford. There's genie ammo, but I don't really need the genie. Oh, what the hell, why not? I don't think we're going to have enough coins by the end of the game to pick up any of those other power-ups, unfortunately. So that's where the exploration comes into play. If you want to try to get some really good power-ups, you want to try to find all the hidden areas, and I missed that. Yeah. So that was an extra life. That would have been nice to have. Since we're actually running low on lives right now. Here's Mickey building speed. Unfortunately, you don't build speed that much in this game, but I would imagine if you really know the pathways well, you can blaze through this game if you want. Alright, so this should be the boss fight. Not a horribly difficult boss. You can just keep shooting him with fire. And we've got 4 hits we can take. If you put out the fire, ammunition appears. Oh, took another hit. That should almost do it. There we go. We got it. Alright, so the next level actually is pretty much the most interesting level in the game, I feel. And you'll see what I mean in just a few moments. Maybe you should look up this mountain. Okay, I will. Even with these tornadoes in the background, they don't scare me. I'd see those tornadoes and be like, I'm getting the hell out of here. Sorry, Disney. Alright, so you can basically grapple with this suit, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, the mechanics on it are a little weird. It's not quite like, say, Super Castlevania 4 with its grappling mechanics on certain objects. So you can press up and attack, or you can press diagonally forward and attack. Now, when you jump and you use it, you're always using it diagonally. You have to actually press up to use it vertically. And that's where things can get a little wonky. Not necessarily wonky, it's just that it takes some time to get used to. Alright, so there's going to be a little bit of a secret over here, nothing too crazy. Oh, cool, extra life. And of course, this is one of those games where you can't just hold down or up to look up or down. And fortunately, it doesn't seem like that mechanic is in here. So these guys, you can just grab their shields and then hop on them. Alright, so I'm going to take my time here. This is pretty much endless pit territory, so if you mess up here, you are dead. So it's actually, you've got to be pretty precise there. I've actually died there quite a few times, even back in the day. Now there's actually a really interesting secret here. What I'll do is I'll try to show it to you once. And I don't believe it's that one. I think I have to come here to do it. And if you fall down, you can try to grab on to this, and this will actually give you a heart extend. There it is. Now I think I actually keep the heart extend if I die. So now that I'm down here, I have to try to actually rappel my way across. Easier said than done, trust me. Oh! I messed up. The timing on the controls is just really weird. I was actually holding the button, but then Mickey just let go for some reason. It really made no sense, so... yeah, we still got the heart extend, so it was still worth it. Let's go ahead and just take our time here. So we're going to stick on the top path now. I'm not going to worry about trying to get that secret again. The heart extend is just a one-time thing. Oops. Yeah, so like Mickey just let go for no apparent reason there. Okay, so you want to wait for the gusts of wind to go away. Otherwise, they pretty much force you down below. So we're just going to wait, take our time. And I don't think there's another one there, so we can just, yeah, jump across. Alright, so this is going to be the boss. Now on this boss, you need to actually stay, whoops, connected to these things. Don't accidentally climb up. He's going to drop an egg, and you can use that to attack him. You just grab the egg right outside of his hands, or arms. And we got knocked off. Wow, so that means we're going to actually have to continue at this really easy game. That depresses me. And I lost my score. Not that it was that much, but I don't even know what a good score in this game is. It's been a long time since I've done a 1-credit clear on this. Probably not since I was a kid. Alright, so let's try this again. And that's it. So the biggest thing with this boss is just making sure you're grappling on to those hooks, basically. I guess they're not really hooks, but those stones. Those disembodied stones. Just magically floating in the air. Alright, so I want to say this is the ice level. And then after the ice level, we basically go to the final castle, and that's it. So I don't recall this stage being very difficult, but there are a couple of these like platforms, not platforms, with these sliding ice blocks you have to ride in this stage, which can be a little cumbersome. Then there's these things that just sort of bump into you, or you bump into them. Oops. I actually wanted to ride on that, but I wasn't able to. So these things right here, if you're using the firefighter suit, you can actually make platforms. But just like some of the other mechanics in the game, it is a little cumbersome to get used to. And there's an extra life. Okay, I didn't think that was going to kill me. That was my fault. So this is 1992, and in 1991, Sonic the Hedgehog came out. And it seemed like after 1991, pretty much every game had to have some form of running in it. And fast gameplay. This was officially the era of the mascot platformer. Now, Super Mario Bros. Had already helped define that in the 8-bit generation with the Nintendo Entertainment System. But Sonic the Hedgehog really, you know, solidified that. And so many games of the early to mid-90s they had to have that mascot appeal. But they also had to have speed. They always tried to copy Sonic the Hedgehog to a degree. And I'm not saying this game copied Sonic the Hedgehog, but you can tell there's elements of, oh, we need to make this game kind of fast, so... And it's actually kind of interesting, because in some cases, the speed in this game doesn't work that well. Oh, this boss always confuses me. Oh, that's it. We got him anyway. So that's actually a really short level. There's not really a whole lot to it. And it's definitely the kind of level, if you know exactly what you're doing, you can just breeze right through it, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog style. Alright, so this is going to take us to the final stage. Pete's Castle. And actually, the first time I got here recently, the first thing I thought was Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Some of the parts of this game actually have a Super Ghouls and Ghosts kind of vibe. Alright, skip through this. I mean, granted, both games were done by Capcom. It's quite possible even some of the same people worked on both games. Super Ghouls and Ghosts is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, so it's really cool that this kind of has a bit of that vibe going on with it. So you've got to watch out for these stone hallways in this level. A lot of them will actually take you to earlier boss fights you've already played through. So what my goal is going to be is to just try to sort of keep going to the end. And these blocks here will actually go straight up if you unleash them. Unleash them. If you let go of them, they'll just fly straight up. You can use them as platforms. You've also got these trampoline type things. You have to jump on them and then jump at the right time, otherwise they snap. So basically what I'm going to do is just skip a lot of these guys. So switch over to the genie costume. Or the magician. So I guess that was the correct exit, because we're on stage 2 now. And when I was streaming this on Twitch, this part especially reminded a lot of people of something like Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And this is bad. Yep. Had to make a leap of faith. I wasn't expecting to fall off the magic carpet. So we should be getting close to the end. The trick here is just to constantly just move back and forth. That'll allow the magic carpet to just float down the screen slowly. Just keep moving back and forth. Just keep repositioning yourself, basically. And that's that. Alright, and I believe this should probably be the last section. I should probably switch over to the firefighter suit. I'm just going to do this the easy way. You could theoretically use one of those vertical rising platforms to just fly straight up. I'm not going to even worry about hopping on these guys' heads. Oops, I didn't even see that guy. So this guy we actually need to push over there and then hop on him. And let's try this one. And that's it. That puts us at the final boss. If we went into the right-hand side one, that would have actually caused us to fight another boss we'd already fought before. So on Pete here, you can actually use both the firefighter suit and the magician suit. These guys are going to fall down. And if you shoot them, you get ammunition back. Oh, I got back up too soon. Oh, you can't destroy those with the firefighter suit. Okay. Now, you supposedly actually do damage with the firefighter suit, but I'm pretty sure the magician outfit does a whole lot more damage. Now, when you're fighting Pete, you gotta make sure that you're just not attacking wildly, because what happens is once Pete puts his hands up, he's invincible. He can't take any damage. The second he brings his hands up, just like that, I just wasted that charge shot. I didn't expect to get hit by that either. This is gonna be rough. Probably gonna get hit again. Nope. Okay. Oh, geez. I didn't even see those blocks. Okay, so you can stand on these things. I got hit that one time. I was like, what? I just got hit again. Now, Pete also does a charge attack shot where he shoots a projectile at you. And he'll probably do that in a few moments. Unless we just happen to kill him right away, but I doubt it. And that's... Yep, that's it. Now my worry right now is running out of ammo. Not feeling too good about this. There's the projectile again. Oh! It's a little unpredictable. The first time it went straight down below. The next time it went, like, sort of mid-range. See, that's what I was talking about in the very beginning. How, like, the bosses can be a little unpredictable in this game. So, even though it's clearly a game, you know, designed for kids, it's got some tricky parts. So it's gonna catch you off guard. Yeah, the hitboxes seem a little weird in this game, too. Alright, this is good. Try to get some ammo back. Nice. Got all of our ammo back. Yeah, the magician suit is so much more powerful than the firefighter suit. And that's it. We just beat the game. Not as easily as I hoped, but hey, at least we did it, right? So guys, that is the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. I believe it's got a pretty short ending. And still a pretty fun game, actually. I mean, it's got some quirks to it. And it's actually got a little bit of, you know, difficulty in some ways. You know, some of those bosses, like I said, are just going to throw you off. They've got, you know, they're not as predictable as you would expect from a game like this, geared towards kids. So I definitely recommend giving it a try if you've never played it before. If you like those good old, you know, 16-bit Capcom action games and platformers, definitely give it a try. I think it's still worth playing, still worth checking out. There's also the Game Boy Advance version. I haven't actually played that in quite some time now, so I don't remember how it holds up. I assume it holds up really well. I mean, a lot of those Capcom 16-bit games that were ported over to the GBA, you know, were pretty solid. You know, like Super Ghouls and Ghosts and, you know, for instance, being one of them. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play. I'm not really sure what else I've got up my sleeve in terms of Super Nintendo stuff. I thought about trying to practice some other games, but I might just go straight into one of the other longer Let's Plays I had planned for a different console. But we'll see if I've got the time for that. So yeah, as far as other Let's Plays, it's all up in the air right now, actually. I don't really have anything in particular planned as of uploading this video. But stay tuned, and, you know, maybe I can try to surprise you guys with something different. But also, for those of you guys that missed it, I uploaded a Let's Play of Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo just before this video. Took us a little under 2 hours to complete, but we got through the whole game. So if you guys want to, you know, check that out, that's on my channel as well. If you played it back in the day, maybe get a little bit of a nostalgia kick on that one. Maybe this one provided a bit of a nostalgia kick as well. I know some of you guys out there played this, and some of you actually requested this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this Let's Play. If you're brand new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I've got a ton of Let's Plays on this channel. And to all you guys out there already subbed, thanks as usual for the continued support. Hope you guys enjoy these videos. And, well, I'll see you soon, guys. And so, take it easy.